The Curse of Shapeshifters. Elena's jaw cracked sideways as her bones shattered and reformed. Her scream warped into a guttural snarl, thick ropes of saliva trailing from her mouth. Her skin tore in places as fur pushed through. Her spine twisted violently, each vertebra snapping like brittled twigs. She clawed at the frozen dirt, eyes rolling back as the curse took hold. The moon above, bloated, blood-red, wrong, bathed the forest in the color of old wounds. She didn't remember stepping into the woods. She only remembered the dream, the one that smelled of rotting leaves and wet fur, where her grandmother stood at the foot of her bed, lips sewn shut with pine needles, pointing toward the dark. Now she was here, in the cursed forest her family never spoke of, and her body was no longer hers. "You're early," a voice rasped from the blackness. She spun, limbs jerky and uncoordinated, ears twitching. A man emerged from the trees, or what looked like a man. He wore a patchwork coat of stitched skin, some tanned, some raw, some still bleeding. His eyes glowed like embers in a dying fire. Malakai. The name crawled across her mind like centipedes. Her ancestor, the origin of the curse. The man who had traded his soul for the power to become anything, but not without consequence. "You carry the blood," he said, circling her. "You feel it, don't you? The hunger, the slipping. Soon you'll forget what your name is." "I remember enough," Elena growled, half woman, half beast. "I remember you cursed us. You murdered my great-grandmother and fed on her heart." He grinned, revealing yellowed fangs. She tasted of regret and lilacs. Elena lunged, but he was already shifting. Bones broke, twisted, snapped, and suddenly he was a mass of shadow and fang, something with too many legs and not enough eyes. He struck. The world went red. Elena hit the ground hard. Blood filled her mouth. A low growl bubbled up from somewhere deep inside, a sound that didn't belong to her. She could feel her thoughts unraveling like threads caught on thorns. The curse was winning. But she wasn't here to survive. She was here to kill. With what little humanity she had left, Elena forced herself up, blood pouring down her side. She would face the creature her bloodline had birthed, the sin passed down from mother to daughter. And if she died tonight, he was coming with her. Elena staggered forward, every breath wheezing through cracked ribs. Hot blood pulsed down her arm, steaming in the winter air. Malakai circled her, shifting shapes with each step, wolf, crow, man, beast, with twisting limbs and gleaming black eyes. "You can't kill me," he purred, voice echoing from every tree trunk. "I am the curse. Kill me, and you kill yourself." Elena's claws scraped the frozen ground. The wolf inside her howled for blood, its instincts battering her mind like waves on stone. She tasted iron and dirt, her vision blurred between the forest and a swirl of monstrous shapes. "I'd rather die than become you," she hissed. Malakai lunged, jaws stretching impossibly wide. Elena ducked low, rolling under him, and drove her claws deep into his side. Hot black blood splattered across the snow. Malakai shrieked, a sound like glass breaking underwater. He shifted again, limbs elongating, ribcage splitting open like an insect's carapace. Rows of eyes blinked across his chest. "Foolish child, you think claws can kill me." Elena fought the rising tide of animal madness clawing at her mind. Then, through the swirl of rage, she remembered the words whispered by her grandmother in that final nightmare. The curse lives in his heart. Burn the heart, or wear his skin. A horrifying clarity struck her. She leapt at Malakai, ignoring his claws tearing into her side, and ripped open his chest. His flesh steamed and twisted, trying to knit itself back together. Beneath sinew and bone, a dark, pulsing heart glowed faintly red. It beat like a drum summoning monsters. Malakai shrieked, shifting frantically between shapes: old man, black bear, coyote, pale child. His skin flowed like wax, unable to settle. "Don't," he howled. "It will bind you." Elena reached into the cavity, seized the heart, and tore it free. Heat scorched her arm as black veins snaked across her skin. Malakai's scream split the night. His body collapsed into a heap of fur and feathers and ash, dissolving into drifting cinders. Elena dropped the heart, gasping. It lay quivering in the snow before finally going still. The forest fell silent. She staggered backward. But the fur on her arms remained. Her claws stayed sharp. Her bones still ached and shifted. The curse had not died with Malakai. Instead, it whispered to her in a new voice, one that was his, and yet hers. "Now you are the keeper of skins." Elena stared up at the bleeding moon, her breath frosting the air. Somewhere deep in her chest, something began to purr. And when she turned away from the ashes, her footprints in the snow were no longer entirely human.